Hello, hello, hello. It's Nightcap with Auntie Pat. I um I didn't go live for lunch because I was still at the doctor's office. Took me forever today. Um I want to say we having a nightcap. I got a good report. I'm doing very well with my diet. I'm doing very well with everything. So that's a praise report. Uh, y'all, there's some things going on behind the scenes with my channel that that's the reason I'm laughing so much. I'm just laughing, tickle pink, really. But anywho, that's neither here nor there. But we got good news today from my diabetes doctor, the endocrinologist. So I go back to see him in October. So we got things that we can do between now and October. Stick with my diet. He checked my Dexcom 7 meter. He said my numbers are looking good. Um, what else was my report? He decreased my insulin, so that's a plus. You all, and we just gonna stick with what we're doing so far. I done took a before picture. I gotta post it, and we're gonna work on remember getting fit all 2026. We're gonna document my journey with my diabetes. Again, I am type 2. Um, I'm not on the insulin pump. I take insulin. I use an injector, the pens. So I hope that helps. And any other people that are out there that are diabetics, I hope the things that I share on my journey to getting fit and coming off of insulin, that's my big goal. Um, that's one of my long term goals. My short term goal is just to count my carbs, continue my diet, because you can't just jump way over there into your long term goal. So what I'm gonna do is get on my computer and get me a spreadsheet together and get everything outlined. Start me a little portfolio like a tablet or book. Whenever you're make sure you if you know how to use Excel and all those type of Microsoft uh, things, make sure you start you a folder, a portfolio. That's even if you want to start a business. You got to have a business plan. Have your short-term goals and your long-term goals. So what I got to start doing this week, we're going to start working on my journal, my portfolio. I'm going to keep my emotions. Like, if today was a hard day, did I have cravings? And what I'm going to do is I will be coming live documenting, you know, like I said, living with type 2 diabetes and educating people on I did the necessary steps I take, giving you up. And those are the things that we will be doing, y'all. Um, and again, I hope my journey and my testimony about diabetes help somebody else. Y'all, when you are diagnosed, I was diagnosed in 2010. I don't forgot how old I was. I think I was in my 20s. I'm 56 now. But I got diagnosed in 2010. And again, I started out taking pills, but I wound up having to get on insulin. And what they don't want you to do is become dependent on insulin, So our goal is to get my A1C down to 7 and below. Right now, it's elevated because of the steroids I'm on. So today, when they checked it, it was like 13 something, in which he was happy because it was 16 when I was in the hospital a couple of 3 weeks ago. So he was happy about that. So y'all, we on the right track. And again, uh, changing the way I eat had a lot to do with it. My that's it going off now. That's the meter going off now. But changing the way I eat, getting some exercise and doing different little things, you guys, has really did a major turn this month alone. So we're going to do this together. We're going to get fit. We're going to eat healthy. Later, when he releases me and my doctors release me, we're going to be going live in the gym. I have free gym membership. So we're going to be going live in the gym, getting on the treadmills, doing different things, exercising, getting in our cardio, leg lifts, and all that. Because once you start losing weight, when you are a plus size person, you tend to have a lot of body fat or, hanging. So when we exercise and walk, we're going to journey that too. So I'm excited about what we're going to do as far as being a type 2 diabetic and trying to accomplish a long-term goal of getting off of insulins. I have a family history of it, generation of diabetes in my family. And also I'm praying against that my nieces and nephews don't have to, deal with that diabetes and be on insulin and pills and all that. Once we get things under control, my levels and everything, I will be able, you guys, to get the insulin pump. And what that insulin pump does is give you the right amount of insulin without me having to stick myself. Right now I have to stick you can take your shots, if you don't know, in your arms, your stomach, and your thighs. And you have to alternate. You can't just take the shot in the same place every day. So you have to alternate. Then you're going to have to check your glucose 3 times a day, log it down. And that's the reason we're going to use spreadsheets, Excel, to start logging things. Even though I do it on my phone, we're going to keep it in a journal. So I'm excited about it, you all. I hope you all are joining in. And when we start going to the gym, we're going to be on that treadmill. We're going to be doing some everything. Now, I don't know if I want to lift some weights. We may lift some weights, y'all. I got to make myself laugh. We may lift some weights too. But first, we're going to start off light. And that's another thing, you guys. Don't try to come out here and be a superhero trying to get healthy. Don't try and force yourself to change the way you eat. Just pray, write down your goals, but because your body is so used to eating a certain way, your body is so used to sugars and salt, and you have to reprogram your body, reprogramming your mind. And sometimes the flesh want what the flesh want. But then you have to tell that flesh to sit down. You're not getting this piece of candy. We're going to eat a fruit, or we're going to have a cracker, or we're going to eat a granola bar. That's how you reprogram your mind and your body, And then they told me that you can't eat out, but you got to look at those calories, and you got to order stuff that's healthy for you. It's better just to cook at home. I didn't. I had laid down when we got back today. I was tired, y'all. And a nurse came by this afternoon. And after she came by, I had my dinner. And I just reheated some more chicken. I reheated me leg and a thigh. You have to remove your skin and all that. And I had some peas. And that's all I had tonight. I didn't feel like eating a lot. And I had my breakfast stuff. So we doing it, you guys. I was just coming in Nightcap with Auntie Pat on our healthy journey. And we're going to be vlogging, and we're going to be we're going to be reading educational things on how to maintain your glucose and different things. I got stuff at home, books and stuff. And then we'll deal with also the emotional, the psychological roller coaster. Because you're going to have all types of emotion, you guys. It's like a real fight that we are in. And the only thing, y'all, I can think of is Rocky Balboa. Is that his name? What's the name of that movie? Rocky. When I had C19, that was my song I played. And it brought me through, and I had pictures of my nieces, of course, my family. But it was Rocky's song, Eye of the Tiger. That's what song I focus on. So we're going to be Eye of the Tigers. We're going to fight through this, and we're going to see what we weigh at the end of August. And I hope you all join the trend. Remember, we are trendsetters. We set the trend. We don't follow people. We are born leaders. So that's the reason I start calling y'all trendsetters. You know, that's my inner person. I'm a trender. Something may come in my life to try and knock me down, but guess what? I get back up every time because I have that inner man in me that tells me, get up, you got this. And then I got a strong, y'all, and that's another thing. You're going to need a strong support system. You're going to need somebody in your ear telling you, you can do it. You can win. Let's go exercise. Let's go walk. You're going to need that support system, you know, to cheer you on. And I have that in my family. I got a great support system. And y'all, we going to do this. I'm hoping and praying for each and every one of my trendsetters, my supporters. I love you all dearly. You are my virtual family. You are my virtual community. And what more could I ask for to share my journey with people that I will never meet a day in my life? You know, but I am excited. I'm ready to get back to doing what I was doing. I am a big advocate for young people. You know, young people are my heart. And I can't help nobody, y'all, if I'm giving out a breath and too obese, you know, to try and help somebody. These young people can run and do different things. So I'm doing it because I have a love, y'all, for young people. And I want to get back out in my community and host events and get back out there spreading, you know, love to the young people. You know, they need it right now. So that's my goal, is to get back out there. I used to do jail ministry and stuff like that. Go to the local jail here, go to the prisons. And even though I was scared, I don't like to be closed in. We would go to the prisons, the jail. Even the last job I had was in the same field, helping people who had gotten in trouble in court. So, and you know, we can't Some people we can reach, y'all. I'm going to just be honest. And some we can't. But then there's somebody else that'll come along and help that person that I couldn't reach, but I did plant a seed. So that is my focus. I am so happy and excited that we coming back around the mountain, y'all. I just tell you, when you have tests and trials, your health and stuff like that, it try to knock you down for real, y'all. But like I say, when you got a good support system, it makes a difference. Hold on, y'all. Let me drink some juice. I never thought I would see the day, y'all, that I didn't have a Pepsi, a Sprite. Y'all remember me showing, y'all go back and look at some of my videos. If you saw the inside of my refrigerator, because I'm so organized, all the Pepsis were lined up, the Ocean Spray cranberry, all my juices, and I haven't had that since July. And I didn't think I could do it. And like I say, it's a mind thing. And once you bring them thoughts into captivity and you pray, you fast, you ain't got to tell the world you fast, you pray, and you get on board. And that's what I'm doing right now. Again, I can't thank my cousin enough. Evangelist came by going like a ever ready battery ever since. And that's another thing you need. Again, she's actually my cousin. You need a strong support system. But I am thankful for her. Thankful I have a prayer partner, a lady who can ascend the throne of heaven like no other. I thank God for her. You know, you need people like that in your life. You don't need all this mess and drama. You need people when you in trouble, you call them like 911. And when that person get on the phone with God, you know that that prayer is answered. Them the type of people I want to be around. I want to be around people that motivate you. Who want to be around a mess maker all day? You know, what you be around is what you become. You can't want to be, I say it over and over again, you can't want to be a millionaire with a poor man mentality. You got to get around the millionaires. You got to start going around these type of people. Whatever you want to be, you can't be around everybody and everything. If you got friends that don't want to help you eat right and exercise, get around people that do. A lot of times they're jealous and envious anyway, but I'm telling y'all, we're going to document this together, and we'll be doing other things. In September, God willing, we'll be going to see Colorado play in person. So I'm looking forward to that. That was my birthday present to myself. Everything is booked and ready to go for that. We will be going live all that whole week, y'all. So, and my nephew blessed me with the hotel. He paid for the hotel for us. So again, everything is falling into place, and we coming around the bend. I was knocked down, but guess what? I didn't stay down. I'm getting back up again. And that's going to happen, y'all. We're going to get sick. We're going to have, you know, issues that go on with our body. But we fight the good fight of faith. And we trust in the Lord with all of our heart. And we don't lean to our own understanding. And you can ask God questions. I don't know where that came from. You can ask God questions, y'all. Talk to him how you talk to your friends. and that'll simplify your life. People make a relationship so different. All you gotta do is talk to him. I talk to God just how I talk to y'all. If I'm mad, I'ma tell him. If I'm frustrated, God, I'm frustrated now. If somebody getting on my nerve, God, they getting on my nerve. So I'm just a real person, y'all. I don't try to sugarcoat anything. And again, I don't push my faith on people or anything like that. But we headed in the right direction, you guys. We're headed in the right direction. I just wanted to come in and do a little nightcap, give y'all an update on what the doctor said. He's so happy with my numbers that he saw today. And on the paper, you could see the graph that he was showing me, everything. But I'm going to get ready and get off of here. We did nightcap tonight. We may do nightcap. I don't know. I like the breakfast, lunch, and dinner lives. Seem like I like those, but we can do nightcap too. But for my birthday, we're going to have a good time for my birthday. I done already told my family what I want. I done already blessed my own self. Last year, y'all remember I bought that big old TV that I don't even watch. I watch it sometimes. And then I got, what else did I want? Yeah, I got my TV, so my house don't need nothing else. So hopefully I'll be going home maybe within the next 2 weeks, going back to my apartment. But I love you all, my trendsetters. I love y'all so much. It's good to connect with people you don't know. And I'm just so thankful for each of you. I hope you all have a good night, sweet dreams. As they say, don't let the bed bugs bite. And y'all be blessed. And we'll come back in the morning with breakfast. And we'll see what we're going to have for breakfast in the morning. I may do a hard-boiled egg in the morning. That's what I'm thinking of having, a hard-boiled egg or cereal with some fruit and water. But I love y'all. Good night.